Wallets. So many wallets. I've reviewed each and every one of these on the channel, liked some of them quite a bit, used some of them for years and years at a time. Each one of these meant to be slim, low profile, minimalistic. Well, now we have a new wallet to review on the channel. It is the ZNAP by Slimpudo. Another wallet aiming for that minimalistic, low profile market. Let's get into it. That's right, it's time for another wallet review on Stuff and Things, and it's been quite a while. But as that intro showed, I have reviewed a lot of wallets on this channel. I think the very first one was the Saddleback? Yes, front pocket ID wallet that I reviewed years and years ago. We've had some from Gun Deck. This one went through the wash accidentally. All sorts of different, this is a minimum squared, so many different wallets that I've reviewed throughout the years. And also, as the intro said, all of them were geared towards sort of the minimalist design. They weren't a big three-fold kind of, or bifold, large traditional back pocket kind of wallet. They were all meant more for a minimalist, low profile, slim, front pocket kind of design. So I have a lot of wallets, I have reviewed a lot of wallets, and I just recently was sent a new wallet, the ZNAP by Slimpudo, and it's another really interesting minimalist design. I'm going to show you some of the features. I'm going to tell you what I think of it. I've been using it for about 2 weeks now, I think, as my everyday carry wallet. You may notice that there's this metal section here. It's actually aluminum, and don't worry, we'll get a closer look at this later. It's one piece of milled aluminum, and that's where you put your cards. So it has an interesting design. I know I've seen a couple other wallets like that, but I've never personally had one where you can have your cards sort of in a sheath. And then it also has this leather section where you can keep bills, like so. So we're gonna get into all of this. Some of the features of this wallet, or some of the specs rather. It is by Slimpudo. It is the ZNAP Slim wallet. It is available in quite a few different kind of finishes and colors. This one is just the smooth black, but it's also available in a carbon, so it has kind of a carbon fiber sort of look to it. There is a grained leather, and that has multiple different colors. There is also a cork leather, so almost a more suede kind of look to it. And then there is a vintage brown leather look. This one, like I said, is the smooth black. In the smooth version, it only comes in black. Right now, as I'm recording this video, they don't have their Amazon store up yet, and I should mention, this isn't a paid promotion. I'm not being paid to make this video. This isn't sponsored, but I did receive the wallet for free from Slimpudo for review. So bear that in mind. But they don't have their Amazon store up yet. It will be by the time I post this video, so there will be a link in the description box below if you're interested in this wallet. But for now, the pricing is the 8-card version like this. There's an 8-card and a 12-card version. This is the 8-card version. Is 39.99 euros, which is about $48, I think, in US. And then the 12-card version is $42.99, so it's close to 50 bucks US as of the recording of this video. I'm not sure what the US pricing is going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be around that, something similar. But let's take a closer look at this. I want to show you all the features that this wallet has. I may compare it to some of the other wallets that I use quite a bit, and I'll just tell you what I think, whether or not the new ZNAP by Slimpudo stands at the top of the heap of all the minimalist wallets that I've reviewed in the past. All right, the ZNAP by Slimpudo. As I mentioned, it comes in 2 different configurations. There's an 8-card version like this, where, as you can imagine, you can fit 8 cards into the card slot, and also a 12-card version. I don't have the 12-card version. I've just been using the 8, and I never have more than 8 cards anyway. I think I have in here right now. We'll get to this in a minute. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, basically 5 cards, and I have one like small, very papery thin card, so about 5 in here at the moment. Let's go over some of the features though. As I mentioned, the 8-card version is around 40 euros, which is about $48. The 12-card version, about 43 euros, which is around $50. It is available in all sorts of different colors and finishes. This, as I mentioned, is the smooth black. It has a card case like this with the fast card selection. So you basically, the way I've been using this, I have my cards in there, usually in a specific order, but not always. And I can flip through and say, oh, okay, there's my bank card. I'll flip that up and then it'll be available to me. You put it in and it clicks. So it's not gonna fall out of there, which I find really cool. And you just have access to them, especially if you wanna have your ID right on the top. If you have to show it, if you're going to, oh look, it's focusing on my face, on my ID. You can't see this, but there's a little focus box on that. That's cool. If you're going into a bar, which maybe someday we'll be able to do again, or you're buying liquor or something like that where you have to have your ID exposed, I like the fact that there's this nice wide open window, and then you have all your bank cards in there. Anything you need to grab, you can just select it and then pull it out quite easily, quite nicely. Let me show you how well this grabs a card. You have one card and put it in. It's a little tight, it feels. Actually, it's not even that tight, but then you slide it in and it's not coming out of there. There's no way it'll come out until you actually want it to come out. So this is all milled out of one solid piece of aluminum and it's really cool. I really like that design. Another thing I really like about this, there's a little snap here that holds the area where you hold your banknotes secure, and I love the fact that you can take banknotes. These are dollars, obviously. Let me try to grab all these out of here. What do I got? I don't know exactly how euros are sized compared to US dollars, but it says that it can fit up to 200 euros in this note holder. And the thing I love about this is that you can just put the money in flat, and then it folds up and keeps it so nice and neat and compact. Other wallets that I've had, a lot of these other minimal wallets, slim wallets, especially like the Saddleback, which I've used quite a bit, you have to take the notes and fold them in half, like so. Let me grab these out. You have to fold them in half and then shove them in the top, which is the case with the Saddleback, and they still stick out a little bit too. Some of these other wallets that I've used a lot, this was my gun deck wallet. You shove it in like that, halfway, fold it in half. This was, I can't even remember which one this is. I think I enjoyed this wallet. I used to use it quite a bit. Again, like the Saddleback, you have to basically fold the bills in half, shove them in. And American dollars are fairly small compared to some of the other banknotes out there in different countries. So, I don't know, they might not always work for you if you have to do that. I love the fact that you can, with the ZNAP, just put your money in, you don't have to fold it, you have access to it very easily, and then it snaps away so securely. This does have an option of a coin holder. It's basically a little insert that slides into the back of this card carrier, has a little snap on there. You can hold coins. I didn't think that was necessary. I just hold my coins loose in my pocket. This also has 360-degree RFID protection, so your cards are protected with RFID through the aluminum frame here, and then they have this shield that comes with the wallet, which you can choose to use or not to use, but if you want to protect your cards, you just slide that over the top of the cards that you have in the wallet, and that will protect your RFID information as well. So the main benefit of this wallet is the very well thought out nature of all these different components. I really enjoy the card holder. I think that's just a really cool design. I really enjoy the way they have the banknote holder configured so you can actually put your bills in whole without having to fold them. This is super, super compact, but it's not super, super thin. It's not really fair right now because I don't have all the things that I would typically have in this wallet, but you can just see how thin the Saddleback wallet is compared to the Slimpudo ZNAP. And even if this did have, you know, all the cards and everything that are in the ZNAP, it would still probably be, I don't know, less than 50% of the thickness of this wallet. So this is more about the footprint, the compact size, and the really smart way that it's organized, as opposed to it being super, super thin. Let me show you how it sits in the pocket. Let's just take a look at how the ZNAP by Slimpudo fits in the front pocket. I think it's intended for the front pocket. we slide it in, and even though this is the 8-card version, not the 12-card version, so it's a little bit thinner, it definitely does show up. Like, you can see the outline of it in your front pocket. It's not as thin as some of the other minimalist wallets I've reviewed on this channel. It definitely doesn't work too well in the back pocket, and it's not intended for that. But you can see if you put it in there, there is quite an obvious outline, and it just wouldn't be super comfortable to sit in with that aluminum frame. Part of what makes it so cool is how durable it is with that one piece of milled aluminum, but doesn't really make it great for putting in the back pocket. And like we saw just one more time, front pocket, just a little bit obtrusive. So here's the Saddleback front pocket ID wallet, the Old Faithful that I reviewed years and years ago. I think it was my very first wallet review. Here it is loaded up with all of the same cards and cash that were in the Slimpuro ZNAP. And you can see it's obviously quite a bit thinner, definitely a bigger footprint. But when you put it in your pocket, it just fits a little better. It's a little slimmer, a little more pocketable. So it's kind of up to you what your preference would be. Something more compact but a little thicker like the ZNAP, or something a little larger in footprint but a little bit more slimmer like the Saddleback wallet or many other wallets that I've reviewed on the channel. So obviously more compact than it is thin, but for someone who doesn't keep their wallet in their pocket, that's obviously no problem. This would be great for people who carry a purse. Women, for instance, or anyone else who carries a bag or a satchel. I typically just have this in a bag in my car when I'm going throughout my normal workday, and then I grab it out when I need it. I do keep it in my pocket sometimes, and even though it is a little thicker, it's not really that obtrusive. It's not that big of a deal, but if you're into super, super thin, this wallet might not be for you. As for me, I've really enjoyed using this. I think it's really well thought out, really clever design. It seems really well made, and I really enjoy the functionality. The ZNAP wallet by Slimpuro. So there you have it, the ZNAP by Slimpuro. I like the design of this wallet a lot. I like the fact that you can flip through all your cards. They're held very securely in this card sheath. I have never used, like I said, the coin insert option. I don't think I ever would, but just it's a really well thought out, really well made wallet. The only caveat is that it's a little thick. Maybe a little thick for me. I don't mind it too much because typically I have my wallet in a bag. I don't normally carry it in my pocket. When I do, it's not that obstructive. It is such a small footprint. Again, we'll compare it to the Saddleback. It's a much smaller footprint. It's just quite a bit thicker. So whether or not that bothers you, I'm not sure. It doesn't really bother me. If I had, the best of both worlds, it would be this compact and also as slim as the Saddleback, but that's just kind of not really possible. It packs a lot of features into this small little frame, and I like it a lot. If you do as well, you can check out a link in the description box below. It is the Slimpuro ZNAP wallet. So thank you so much for watching. I've been your good friend Bradley. You've been the audience. This has been Stuff and Things. I'll see you later.